What have you noticed about his time down there?
James, I just talked to him today, and it was good to have him back in the building. He and Patrick and Ryan, they're on their way to Stockton tonight, and I think James is really enjoying the process and playing minutes and getting reps, and I've had a chance to, talk to Seth and watch their games, and this is all really positive stuff. I mean, it's the whole idea is just play, and build that foundation.
Did he practice with you guys today?
No. They have a meeting with the Players Association today.
I got you. What did the conversation with Seth? Are you watching film of James down there? What is it kind of just telling you about how he's playing, particularly on the defensive end?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just basic. We're just talking about basic coverages and getting reps and pick and roll and weak side help, boxing out, all the basic stuff that he just needs to see and feel over and over again. That's the opportunity that he's getting is just to put those reps on top of each other to keep stacking them. Which all young players need. So it's all been very healthy and productive, and they've got back-to-back games in Stockton tomorrow and Saturday. So, and then we'll kind of figure it out from there.
This might be a preemptive question, but when James does return, whether it's after that Stockton game or not, Anthony Lamb was just talking about how there's nothing like NBA minutes. You're talking about how it's about building the foundation. When he comes back, is there any idea of what his role will be? Will he be immediately inserted back in the rotation, or is it going to have to be an earned thing?
I'm glad you qualified that question by saying this may be a preemptive question, because yes, it is a preemptive question. So I don't have an answer for that. The NBA has a way of sort of sorting things out, and so we'll just keep going with the process and see where it goes.
What are you seeing, or maybe not seeing a need to see from Moses Moody, just for him to be able to earn more consistent playing time?
Honestly, it's the biggest thing right now is it's just been a numbers game. Moses has been great in practice. He had a fantastic practice in Dallas the other day. In between games on the trip, he's going so hard. He's so committed. His time is going to come, but it's just a numbers game. Lamb has played really well. I think our circumstances have called for Lamb's skill set and position more so than Moses's, which is why Lamb is playing. And because we've been winning and been pretty consistent here the last couple of weeks, we've just been staying with what we've had. And but Moses' time is coming, and I have no doubt he'll be successful.
Steve, when did you first see the possibility of Lamb being able to contribute with his team? I mean, you brought him in, but it took a little while before you guys, maybe he had something to offer. But, and beyond that, what is it now that he's out there in the second unit and seems to be pretty much a fixture out there now? What is he bringing to you?
So the first time I saw him play was a year ago in Santa Cruz. I went down there to watch our young guys, and he was playing for RGV, yeah, and he jumped off the page, just his passing and his skill and his feel. And so when I heard he was coming to camp, remember he started camp late. He didn't go to Japan with us. So first day back, we scrimmaged for first day of his time with us. We scrimmaged, and he jumped off the page. It's just his feel, his passing, his spatial awareness, his strength. He's got a lot of girth, ability to stay in front of big guys, but or withstand the force of big guys, but still stay in front of guards. So he's a versatile player. He's a quick catch and shoot, 3-point shooter. Ball doesn't stop when it hits his hands. If he's open, he just gets it off quickly, and he's shooting it really well. So he does a lot of things well that contribute to winning.
Jordan's 3-point shot over the year. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Jordan's 3-point shot over the years is, or at least his percentage has kind of gone up and down. Obviously, he ended last season like super hot. I think he was the best 3-point shooter in March and April. Kind of down. I think he's like 31, 32% this year. What have you just kind of learned about his jumper and his three, and really its importance to his game over the last couple of years?
I just think he's been in a rush this year. I think he's trying too hard. I think he has to slow down a little bit. You've seen him get himself into trouble, over dribbling on some possessions. He's so quick and so talented that he can simplify the game. And I think as he does that, I think the shooting will go with it. Very similar to Clay, only when Clay was struggling a couple weeks ago, it was he was in a hurry with his shot. I think Jordan is in a hurry with his playmaking. He's trying to do too much and get past guys. And as he slows down and simplifies his game, I think the same thing will happen for him as what happened with Clay, where it's like the game got easier, the shots started to go, and I think that's the next step for Jordan.
You mentioned that Anthony had sort of a short camp, but what stood out to you in sort of that short camp that sort of made you think that he was going to acclimate pretty quickly to the system? The
feel offensively, and then defensively, he really understands defending without fouling. He shows his hands. He's really good with verticality. He's a versatile defender. He can guard multiple spots, and he just feels the game. He understands where to be.
Draymond said that there was a time in practice where Lamb was just hitting threes over him this entire time, and he looked at AV and was like, "Why didn't you tell me that he could shoot like this?" Did you know that shooting was actually kind of a big part of Lamb's game, and that he could be relied upon to come in and just hit some timely shots?
When I saw him last year, I noticed the passing more than the shooting. And then when we signed him for camp, Kent Lacob, who was really responsible for bringing him to camp, he told me he shot 37% on 7 attempts a game in the G League last year. That's a high volume, and that's a really consistent number. So, I think he's. When I heard that and then watched him in practice, it was obvious right away. He's a good shooter with a lot of confidence.
They say if it's not broke, don't fix it. But there is a little bit of a hitch, in Anthony's shot. Is that something you guys ever talked to him about, worked with him for? Or is it kind of just, hey, if it's going in, it's going in?
It goes in, it goes in, yeah. What I like about it is he gets it off quickly. That's really important. When we talk about 0.5 basketball, quick decisions, dribble, pass, or shoot. Some of that is how quickly you can shoot the ball. It's not just the decision to pass or drive, but if there's an opening that's created and you're open, shoot it. And that's what he does.
I know Andre kind of has this mysterious timeline that we don't know. I'm not even sure if you know. But I guess what can you tell us about where he's at and if there is a chance of seeing him at some point in the near future or not?
He's doing well. He's he's doing a lot of work. He's going through every practice, and he's all I can continue to say is we're much more interested in him being healthy the second half of the season. So we're not going to throw him out there yet, and we'll see when that is. And but for the time being, he's just putting in a ton of work.
Would you say he can fully go through contact practices, or he's still not even doing contact scrimmage type work?
Yeah, I don't think he's had a full contact scrimmage yet.